So we want to have a nice looking case study for our portfolio, but we also want to present it in a dynamic, fresh way on social media. So we're going to create an Instagram reel, and I have a template you can download to make this process a little bit easier. It's called Instagram Reel Template, and it just has various artboards that are the size that you're going to need to export to fit perfectly on when you create a reel. And it's going to be 1080 pixels in width by 1920 in height. And I have some areas where you can type in what your project name is, what your Instagram handle, all that kind of stuff across all of these. You want to make sure you label these. You don't want people stealing your work. You want to be able to put your name at the bottom of everything. It's like a little watermark, and also makes it look like a polished presentation. And at the end, you have a want to see more, follow. You can change that however you'd like. But this is going to be dressed up depending on the brand and the brand look. And so I'm going to show you an example of something I created with the project that we just did. We just walked through in the class. Is I want to have an opening splash image that kind of introduces the brand. So I have the logo. I use the same typography from the logo and the package design. I've also used that in the front to bring that in. I brought in a background sand color. It's neutral, it's organic, it's soft. It pairs well with the brand. And also presenting down here, changing all that information, introducing it as a luxury body wash branding. Of course, you can change all that however you want to. And when it comes to reels, you want to put it to music if you can. You can also do a voiceover and present it that way, but I find it to be much more shareable and likable if you have this like real nice high energy music. So we want to have a lot of these because music beats, they happen really quickly. Bam, 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 bam. You know, there's lots of quick changes. That's really, really popular now. So you want to have a ton of these images to be able to quickly flip through them. And a lot of times it could be the same picture, but you just zoom in a little closer. And so you start out wide, then you go into a tighter shot, and then you go in and zoom in more, and then you zoom out. There's all sorts of ways to kind of spread out each image.
Slay! Slay!
So for this first artboard, I brought in the one that I just showed you in Adobe Dimensions, where I stacked them and I angled them. I put a copper background image on it, and I sharpened it to make it look a little bit sharper than it was when I rendered it. But you can use other mock-ups. You don't have to use Adobe Dimensions. But what I want to do is show a bit of my process. So I think that's important when you do case studies. You want to walk people through your process. It wasn't just here's the brand, it's all finished, the package design, it's all done. You want to show that there was some thought process, there's some processing, there's kind of the layout, so let's show that process. So for this one, I just took a screenshot in Adobe Illustrator of the 3 layouts. So I can show this is kind of the flat design. This is what we started with. And you could even, depending on if you want to add more screen capturing to your reels, what you could do is have a mixture of static images popping on the screen with music, but then also having a break and doing a 5-second screen recording. So let's say if I go into Adobe Illustrator and I have my project here, you can have things kind of moved out just like this. And I'm just going to use, I have a Mac, but you can use any kind of screen recording software. I'm just in QuickTime Player. It's nothing very exciting. I'm going to do new screen recording. I'm going to capture it. Of course, I'm not going to actually capture it because I'm currently capturing something. So what you could do is then you can show yourself kind of snapping things into place. It looks like you're showing the layout process. And you can record that quick 5-second little clip, and you can insert that between these static images to show a mixture of moving video and still images, and it shows more of your layout process. So kind of back here, so here's more of some static images. I did each one. These are going to go quickly, like boom, boom, boom. So I have kind of lavender, it's going to switch to mint and citrus, then it's going to switch to lemon fresh. So these are going to be about a half a second each. And then you can also do something where you have products come in and come out. So in this case, this took a lot of rendering in Adobe Dimensions, but I just had 1 bottle, then I rendered 2, and then I rendered 3. So you can have these quick half-second screens that pop up. So you have one and then it looks like it's going out and then coming in again. So that's also another effect you can do. You don't have to do that. And then also different presentations that I wanted to show have a mixture of tight shots, meaning zoomed in, intimate shots, and then zoomed out shots like we have with the big array of different bottles. So mixing it up as much as you can with the direction of your photos. And we have a see more. We can keep it on brand. You always want to have some kind of call to action at the end. What do you want people to do? Well, you're going to want to follow me because you're going to want to work with me. And then here's another more intimate tight shot. I took the render I did and zoomed in so you could see these little details. I think that really helps with overall presentation. And that's pretty much it. You can have double the amount of this. You can do a 60-second reel, a 30-second, whatever you want to do. I find the 30-second ones much more effective. Real quick, easy, nice, sharp, quick music. So I'm going to export these. So I'm going to go to File, Export, Export As. And the quality is good. Why not do excellent? So let's go to excellent quality, JPEG. I want to export all of these. And that's it. Go to export. I'm going to have some JPEGs. I'm going to email myself. I find it easy. You can have a Google Drive, upload them there. Email myself these images so I can save it on my phone so I can go ahead and get on Instagram or TikTok and create a reel. So I will see you in Instagram in just a few minutes. Here we are on Instagram. So we're going to go ahead and create a reel. We're going to add a reel. Go up to the top, do a reel. And let's go ahead and add all of our images. And so I also have some screen recordings that I captured that I'm going to put in between some of the photos to kind of make it a little bit longer. So since we saved these as artboards, they're all in order. So it's going to be down here in the bottom. We're going to add it. And it's going to automatically have almost a 5-second clip. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's really, really long. You maybe want to shorten it to 1 second or 2 seconds. You want this to be very quick. It all depends on the music you pick. So now that we added our first photo, let's think about music. And so there's copyright rules with me sharing more than 5 seconds of a song. So I don't think I can go through this quite the same way as if you were sitting down with me. So I can pick out a song and you just find the beat and you find out kind of when that beat is. So I'm going to add another, add the second one, make it shorter, add, and just keep adding them. Let's see, let's add a video of me putting it on the label. You add. So when you do the preview, you're going to be able to time this. So you're going to have a time over, boom, boom, and it's got to sync with the music. So then you can go back and edit right down here, and you can cut it. So let's say I thought that was too long. It doesn't quite get on the beat, so I'm going to cut it and try to find where the beat is. And right when you hear the or the beat or the bass drum or whatever part of the song that drives the beat, you find out where that is, and right before it happens, you adjust it. And it's going to sound weird because it's going to go boom, boom. It's going to sound crazy when you're trying to edit this. But you want to try to find that one moment and then trim it. And then you're going to continue to add. And then we have all this in order. So let's say I won't do all of this, but let's say I want to do the effect where they kind of come in. So let's do this one, make that real short. We make it 1 second, add it, and then go back, add the second one. It's going to have kind of a cool effect. Add the third one. And you can even go back and reverse it and go back to 2 and then 1 if you wanted to have them come in and come out. So I'm going to go ahead and keep putting all these together in order, maybe putting some videos in, and I'm going to show you what the final result looks like. So I wanted to show you a second example of a reel I created with a different project, and I'm going to go ahead and click on it and kind of show you what it's like. So I click on it, and with this one I just had it on my laptop, and I had my phone, and I just zoomed in with my phone to kind of create this dynamic zooming in and out effect. Interlace that with some screen grabs, some screen recordings. and continue to kind of have the same effect using some of the mock-ups I created. And then at the very end, I showed kind of the finished, polished screen grabs. And just various parts moving around to show all the little details. So that's pretty much it. So you can kind of see both of these in action. You can start to create reels yourself using a combination of a lot of different things. You can use the template. The template's super simple. You could probably create it yourself really quickly, but wanted to give you kind of a head start so you have the size right. You export them as JPEGs, and you could start creating a really professional look on social media so you can find new clients.